All right, can you hear me now? All right, I think you can. I think I was on mute. So I just went on a big spill and you guys couldn't even hear me. All right. So what I'm talking about is baby boomers and I'm talking about the millennials. All right. These are two big classes of people. Okay. So I have to start this a little bit over. Thanks for letting me know you guys couldn't hear me. All right. So the baby boomers they were born from 1946 to 64. All right. That's a big class of people. All right. And then Gen X, they went down a little bit, not as big. And then millennials are huge all over again. And they go from 81 to 98. All right. So those are the two biggest classes of people that are out there. And how are you marketing towards these people? How are you marketing towards these people? Okay. So everybody's different. I have a different way of doing things than you. I'm a different person than you. Everybody is completely different. You are all unique. Everybody is great at what they do. And you need to understand that you need to hit your strengths. Okay. But how are you standing out above everybody else? All right. So the big thing is everybody's doing door hangers. How are you standing out with door hangers? Everybody's doing social media, which that's not everybody's doing social media, but social media is a great way to get millennials. All right. Millennials are all on social media, especially the even younger ones, which is the post millennials. I don't even know I think they're the Generation Z, aren't they? Not quite sure. Yeah, baby boomers. All right. These guys have all the money. They're all retiring. They all have the money. They've gone through life. They have gone through everything and they are wanting to relax now. They're wanting to relax. My parents are in the baby boomer age. They're still working just like most of our parents are. That's just the way it goes. But how are you standing out? All right. So that's the big things. You got to stand out from the pack. If everybody's doing the same thing and everybody's in the same realm, what are you doing to be different? Are you going out there and physically knocking on people's door? Are you going out there and physically doing things? Are you calling everybody? Yeah. All right. Here's one right here. All right. Cold calling still works for lawn and landscape services. All right. I do a great leads. All right. Thanks for commenting on this because that is a great point. Okay. Cold calling isn't as bad as you think it is. All right. Cold calling isn't as bad as you think it is. So sometimes it can suck because you can get hung up on. It can be really discouraging. But you got to understand it's not personal. It's not personal. How do you feel when you get cold called? Like sometimes you just don't want to be interrupted. Sometimes it's a bad time, whatever. But you got to be able to do that. All right. I got Greg here. All right. He gives out discounts. All right. So, that to get new customers, that can be a great way to do it. It can be a great way to do it. Their lawn costs, $40 to mow. I'm going to do it for 20. Just an example, just the first one, not all of them, just the first one to get them in the door and keep them going. That's a great way to do things too. Everybody has a different way to do it. Okay. So you got to stand out. Even if you got a great personality that you can go up and talk to whoever, use it. If you're not that kind of person and you're more maybe creative, get creative with your ads. Get creative because you use your best aspects to get you business. Okay, you're all business owners. You all stood out of the box and you all took the chance on yourself. And you need to be out there doing it, hustling. All right. So networking is the big one. All right. Constantly be telling people about this, constantly be telling people about you and what it is that you do. Yeah. So you constantly have to network. You're at the grocery store. If this is your local grocery store where you go at, ask the grocery store to have your flyer somewhere. If you could put it on the window, whatever it is, anything to stand out. Okay. So it's very, very, very big to be different than the other guy. Okay. Because if everybody just falls into the same category and the same thing, it's hard to be different. All right. A customer just wants to be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'll just flip a coin and go for whichever one. But that's not the way it should be. Okay. You need to stand out. You need to be different. If you offer different things, let people know. Let people? No. Okay. There's all kinds of stuff out there that you could be doing to be helping with that. So a big one that I'm starting to do that I'm starting actually next week, expos. All right. I have the Pro Green Expo in Denver coming up next week. Okay. I'm not sure if any of you guys are going to this. They're huge. You know, you can find customers, you can find potential partners with business. You know, there's all kinds of things out there. I got a comment here. Only one other outdoor service company doing Facebook ads in our area. See, look at that. That is you standing out. Okay. So not too many people are doing it. It's social media is still new. What is it that you do? You know, like, is it personal? Like, do you have to just post ads and then just hope for people to see it? You know, I highly suggest getting personal. I highly suggest going out and talking to people. I'm very big on that because once you get personal, you know, if you're building trust as you and then people are going to trust your business because they trust you. They're going to trust what you say. You know, if you're a genuine person and you're telling them how you're going to do things and tell them upfront about everything, they're going to trust you. They're going to trust your business. Okay. So, I strongly believe in social media. I think it is a huge one, but the thing is that's millennials. You know, you're getting some Gen X in there. And then you're getting some of the baby boomers, that are in there a little bit too. You got a piece of all generations. You know, some people, you know, my grandma was huge into technology, even years ago. She was into, like, you know, dish TVs and things like that, long time ago. My grandpa was, he was a bigwig in IBM. I didn't even know that until just a couple of years ago. But it's crazy. All right. You know, not everybody, can't stereotype everybody with that. So people, are everywhere. But when you're trying to get, the Gen X and you're trying to get the baby boomers, okay? So a lot of those old-fashioned things work, okay? Where you're getting on the radio, you're getting in a newspaper, you know, you're on certain things that they read because they're readers, they're visual, and they want to read it. They don't really appeal to the whole, you know, when we're abbreviating things and 24/7, 365, you know, like it's they're a little bit more literal, and they want to know exactly what it is that you're doing. With the millennials, you know, everything is about, you know, shortening it. You know, it's instead of pregnant, you know, you're preggers, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, and they understand that and they get it. And that's how they talk. That's the lingo. That's the way they do things. And it's not about, you know, being unprofessional. You know, you need to be professional with that. But, you know, there's lots of things out there that you should be trying. Man, I appreciate it. Thanks, Doug. But hey, you have to stand out and try and do different things. Okay. There's so many different ways of doing it. And what I love about these groups is that we're all talking. We're all talking. We're all getting each other's opinion. And, you know, you elaborate, you know, when someone comes in and tells you that they do this way, ask how, why, you know, let me message you and we'll talk about it. Because, you know, you never know who has a different way to do things that might work better for you. Some people might be better working with the baby boomers. Okay. Some people might be better working with Gen X. Some people might be working better with the millennials. Okay. Social media, by far, millennials. Social media is the way to go. When you're talking the Gen X and the baby boomers, you got to get outside the little box a little bit, go a little bit more traditional. But you know, you got to stand out. You got to stand out. There's so many lawn care companies out there, but at the same time, there's so many lawns out there for everybody. There's so many out there. How are you getting that next one? Okay. So I want to get more into on demand. Okay. On demand is what's coming next. All right. On demand is what's coming next. That is the big change that I see happening in the entire lawn care world in general. Okay. The whole entire industry. I just feel there's going to be a shift in the way things are done. Okay. And I strongly, strongly believe on demand is going to change the way things are done. Okay. So if you're looking into this, great. If you're curious about this, man, I'm your guy to talk to. Okay. This is completely my niche. I am absolutely 150% involved in this. I'm really trying to go out there and really change the way people are thinking about on demand. It's a brand new thing, brand new. It's a brand new way of doing things. And you got to understand that there are all these other companies out there. So I see people talking about them. I see people asking about them. I see people, there's problems. There's problems, but it's not perfect. And, you can't expect anything to ever be perfect, but you can expect it to be cover most. Okay. So there's never one perfect solution, but there is a great solution for a lot of things. And then you got to, expand into that. Okay. So on demand is going to be huge. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about on demand. All right. I want to extend a challenge to somebody next week. All right. And this challenge is going to be to come at me. I want someone to come on live with me. And I want somebody to pick my brain, and basically I want a naysayer. I want someone that is not, for on demand. I want someone that, thinks that it's not really a good way of doing things. And I want to challenge you to come on my show and basically talk it over with me. All right. You can, I want to give you my pitch, and I want to hear your rebuttals. I want to hear your questions, and I'm going to answer everything. And I promise you, by the end of it, it's going to change your mind. Next week, I want this challenge to go through. Okay. So if you want that challenge, hit me up. Whether it's messaging me here or private messaging me, I'd love to talk to you. Everybody that I've talked to, I've definitely changed their opinion on demand. Maybe it's just the way I want to do things, but just in general, on demand is a new way. All right. So there's always a new way of doing things. It's just, are you on board with it? Are you ready for it? Is it something that you can handle? All right. So I honestly believe that on demand is something that is going to really, really blow up the industry. Okay. So when I say blow up the industry, I mean, we are going to be getting all these new generations quick and easy. All right. Right here. This is the new way of doing things. Your phone. Okay. Tell me that you don't use your phone for everything. If you have to Google something, where do you go? Right here. Right there, right on your phone. That's where you do everything. But there's an app for everything too. All right. Who doesn't use certain apps for just everything? Now, this is what I hate. I absolutely do not like it being compared to Uber. Okay. Uber is a taxi service. Uber is not lawn care. Uber is just Uber. All right. That is not lawn care. That is a great example of a lot of things because that's what people think of right now. But, they started on demand. Okay. They showed it worked. Wait until it comes into lawn care. All right. Now this is going to be a whole different thing. If you haven't heard a lot of these companies yet, I'm not going to promote any specific one just yet. I don't want to talk about, any specific one because I know there's a lot of problems with a lot of them, and I know there's a lot of great ththings with them, with a lot of them, but it's just not perfect yet. It's not there yet. It's coming. It's growing. It's constantly growing. If you're in a state where you haven't heard of them yet, I highly suggest just Googling on-demand lawn care in your area and looking at it. Check it out. Give it a shot. Try it. See what it is. Because right now it's supplemental. It is supplemental work. So it is not something that you have to use completely just yet. Okay. But, when you have all these customers and you have all these people that you're constantly servicing, you don't have to, use on demand. But what happens with those days when, you work until 5 p.m. and you're done at 2? What do you do? That's where on demand is right now. Okay. That's where on demand is currently. But it's getting to the point in certain areas that you can just have trucks on demand constantly. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Come at me with this, because this is a fresh thing. Fresh. All right. So it's only been a couple years since they really come out. And there's only a handful of them. And there's more coming. There is more coming, and you guys need to be ready for this. All right. Now, imagine when you don't have to market like that, so all the, marketing that you do now, let's say you spent, I listen to, who listens to John Orcutt? That guy's amazing, man. I love listening to that guy. He is so knowledgeable and has a lot of things to really say in the lawn care industry. And I feel like he has a lot of great information. I listened to his live video earlier, and he was talking about the different ways of marketing. He has 5 strategies of making turning you into $1 million business in 5 steps or in 5 years. And he's got a lot of great input. And he was talking about marketing, putting in $20,000 in your marketing budget, and it should produce $200,000 worth of work. And you can't be afraid of throwing money into your business. All right. Now, I know it sucks, and especially when that's all you got, that's what you have to do, because you can't worry about what's going out. You got to worry about what you're bringing in. And when you're marketing, you're bringing in customers. So if you're going to start expanding, if you're going to start going, you need to be ready for all that. Okay. Are you doing yard signs? Are you doing the door hangers? Are you doing, direct calling people? There's so many ways out there, but, coming up with the new ways is exciting. It's very exciting. Okay. Having all those people out there, try and be unique. And whatever I do, I love sharing with everybody. Okay. I have no secrets. If you want to pick my brain. I am more than happy to tell you everything that I'm doing. I really like the transparent aspect of business, because, businesses in the past have been a lot of really shady business, and don't believe in that. Okay. And I'm not talking about lawn care in the industry. I'm talking about just in general. These movies that you see where it was really shady stuff done, but it's all in secret. Not cool with that. All right. I'm really big on, there we go. Look at this. Not a fan of on demand, direct calls from customers. Yeah. See? All right. So this is, I will not allow middle person dictate my business and prices. I'm confident direct calls on the phone, and will not give pieces of my business. Love it. Absolutely love it, dude. All right. So, you're exactly the type of person that I would love to talk to. Okay. Because, it's just a new way of business. Okay. It's just a new way of marketing. All right. So imagine being able to get your marketing money back. Okay. So let's say, you spent, I don't know, anybody, what's their average marketing cost for the year? Okay. So I'm just going to throw some random numbers out there. Let's say you invest $10,000 for the year. Okay. $10,000 for the year to try and get $100,000 worth of business. Okay. So that is the goal. That is what you're trying to do. Okay. So imagine if you can get that $10,000 back and then still get that $100,000 worth of business. So that's on demand in my eyes. That is on demand in my eyes. Okay. So who here is still taking checks? Who here is still taking cash? All right. Have you thought about using credit card companies? Here's something new. Credit cards come with there's a rate that you have to pay with every transaction. Okay. But it's yours. You don't have to worry about taking checks and taking the checks bouncing and taking cash and non-payment. It's all right. Sorry, Ken. I won't call you dude anymore. Yeah. So I'd love to check you out. I'd love to talk to you, Ken. But it's it's the new way of business. All right. There's so many things out there, and I like being open-minded. I like hearing new ideas, and I like expressing my new ideas, because I want people to call me out on it. I want people to interact with me. I want to hear your opinion because it's just an opinion. My opinion is just my opinion. It's not something that you have to take into consideration. It's not something you have to use. I absolutely just have an opinion, and I love hearing others' opinion because I feel like it rounds me as a whole. I'm just very open-minded. I'm a very friendly person. I like to just talk and really get out there and see what everybody else is doing. I really believe that sharing your information with your industry is really important because whether you think so or not, we're all a team. You might be competing with the guy next door, but at the same time, you're doing the same thing. You're marketing the same way. You have the same sort of clientele. It's just there's plenty of lawns to go around. This is a very new industry that people are going to be starting to really branch into once a lot of these computers take over a lot of things. So I had a conversation with somebody about like McDonald's. Once those employees once you're taking your order and you're going over there and just punching it in, where are those employees going to go? Okay. The lawn care industry is a very easy one to get into. You just very limited supplies, very limited equipment to start. And I love that. And I think we should absolutely share with everybody and be in there because this is a booming industry. This is a booming industry and it is going to explode in the next few years. And this is huge. All right. So I hope everybody is really preparing themselves for this because there is so much out there. And this is an $80 billion a year market. Okay. $80 billion a year. Okay. So what is it that you're trying to do to get that? Are you just staying in your area? Are you trying to franchise yourself? Are you trying to move out into multiple areas? Are you trying to be in different states? Are you trying to take over your entire city? What is it you're trying to do to expand? Is expanding even something that you want to do? Is it something that you just want to be a one truck company? Is it something you just want to do all yourself? There are so many questions that I have, and I want them all answered. I love talking to all of you because you guys have been so amazing and talking to me. I like getting these kind of comments. I like it when, I'm getting called out. I like it when people have a different opinion. I like this kind of thing because, I'm not going to get angry. You're not going to get under my skin. I have very thick skin. I was in the military for 7 years. I can handle that. I got yelled at for in trouble for the first 2 years, my military career. And it's, but it's, you gotta be out there. You have to be out there. And you have to be trying to do other things. I was talking to, lawn care. It's a podcast. There's a podcast out there. I forgot what it's called. I think it was like lawn care marketing. Yeah, I can't remember it. But the guy's not on Facebook. And I thought that was so strange, you really need to be everywhere. Here we go. Let's see what he says here. Not the same as other lawn care companies. I set myself apart. And finally, Ohio knows this. I am not just another lawn company. Thanks. I like it, man. I would love to hear how you stand apart, because I'm really big on trying to be an individual and be myself. I don't want to be just somebody else. I want to be me. I like being me. I think it's a lot of fun being me. I don't like trying to be other people. I see what other people do. And, there's a lot of things that make sense. Obviously, there's a reason why everybody does door hangers. There's a reason why everybody does, lawn signs. But at the same time, what's different? What stands out? Because I would love to hear what it is that you do, whether you want to put it publicly or not. I would love to hear it because I think it's important as a whole. Even like I was doing some videos just the other day on insurance, why it's important, trying to bring awareness, trying to get people to tell me their costs of everything because I have nothing to do with insurance. But I feel it's important that everybody knows about it because I asked a question once about having insurance on a lawn care group, and I got ate up. I got ate up saying that everybody was like, it's mandatory, it's important, this and this and that. I love it. It's important. Yeah. Tell me why. Tell me why it's important. Why is it important to you? What is important to you about it? It's not just about, everybody does it. It's not just about, it's just always been that way. I like to ask the question of why. Why is it that you do it that way? Why do you need that type of insurance? Why are you doing it this way? So like that's a real big thing. If you're not questioning things why, and people are just not giving you an answer and they don't know why, they're just aimlessly moving. And it's not, it might be a good thing to do, and there might be a great answer for it. And if they don't have it, ask somebody else. But it's I'm not about following the crowd. That's not my thing. I love standing out and being different, asking that question why, making people think, because I like to think. I want a great answer. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, because that is exactly the answers that I love hearing, because it's not an answer. It's not an answer. All right. I just don't like hearing that because, or, it's always the way we do it. There's gotta be more than that. There's gotta be a reason. There's a reason why you do door hangers. There's a reason why you do certain advertising. There's a reason why you do this. I like my big question when I hear certain things, like I'm going to throw a question at you. So would you rather have all of your lawn care in, let's say, a 5-mile radius, 10-mile radius of where your shop is? Or would you rather drive 15, 20 miles to get the rich neighborhood 15, 20 miles away? I love when people try to say, the rich neighborhood, when you can have all of it that's right next to you. It's just my opinion. Just my opinion. But I see more problems coming from people with more money. People are really expect higher quality, and things happen that way. Here we go. A more difficult market. Not only do you have to sell your customers, you have to sell the contractors as well. Yeah, absolutely. Now, when you're going out and getting expos, all right, I'm going back to that. Expos, all right. I'm going a little bit over my time, but I want to talk about this a little bit more. Do you go to expos to look at new equipment, or are you going there to network? Do you like meeting the people that put in pools? Do you like meeting the people that tree trim if you don't tree trim? Meeting people that do things that you don't, so you can work off of each other. When you have friends in different areas that of scopes, it's really nice to be able to get that phone call that this person referred you, and we'd love to use you for our lawn. You need to network yourself with everything. These shows. Who's going to GIE? I would love to hear that. I'm going to GIE this year. I'm going to be getting myself a booth. I'm going to go crazy at GIE. I cannot wait for that one. I'm not getting myself a booth at this one at the Pro Green Expo in Denver. But I'm not ready. I'm not ready for a booth just yet. I'm just going there to network myself and talk to everybody. Okay. Well, I'm a little bit over my time. But thank you guys all for watching. All right. So I'm going to bring this up again. Yeah, Doug, you're going to GIE. Oh, I'll see you there. That'll be the chance where we can meet, man. My challenge. Okay. Next week, I'm going to talk about on demand. I'm going to give you my pitch, and I want someone to be on there with me, and I want someone to try and pick me apart. I really want that. I believe I can turn you into a believer. I really do. I have a mindset of helping business grow, and that's my strong opinion to help business grow, and that's what I want to do. So I would love for someone to reach out to me and want to be on this and talk to me and really throw me some tough questions, because I'm ready. I'm ready. So let's end this, and I will talk to you guys later. Make sure to be watching this. All right. Next week, next Wednesday, I'm going to ask somebody, someone's going to be on there, and they're going to try and pick me apart with On Demand. All right. So be ready for that, because this is going to be awesome. All right. I feel like I'm skipping a little bit, but it's going to be awesome, guys. I will talk to you guys later. You guys all have a great week, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. Have a good one.